Hey guys, it's myself here. Welcome back to the channel. And iOS 15.1 will soon be released by Apple. Within the next 24 hours as of the filming of this video, iOS 15.1 will be released. In this video, I wanted to share with you guys things you should do right after you update to this software. There's a few new features and options that are off by default that I think you should enable, and a few things you should do after you update to a major OS, which is what I'm going to share with you guys in this video. Now, of course, if you would like to stay up to date with the latest iOS news and updates, of course, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you don't miss the next episode. Now, Apple has enabled Share Play for FaceTime with iOS 15.1. Of course, in case you didn't know, FaceTime now allows you to share a movie or a TV show with someone on a FaceTime call you both can watch at the same time, but you can also share your screen, which means the first option I'd recommend you go to is notifications. If you don't want the other person to see the notifications while you share your screen on a FaceTime call, if you're sharing your screen, you want to go to notifications, screen sharing, and allow notifications. If this option is turned on and you don't want the other person that you're sharing your screen with to see any notifications, you want to turn this off, okay? So just make sure that if you don't want the other person that you're sharing your screen with on a FaceTime call with a Share Play, you turn off that toggle, and that way they won't be able to see your notifications as they come in. Now, another great feature coming to the iPhone 13 Pro models with iOS 15.1 is ProRes video capturing. However, this option is turned off by default. So you want to head on over into settings. You want to go to the camera extension, and you want to go into format. Under format, you find the Apple ProRes video option. This option, again, is off by default, but if you want to capture ProRes video, you want to make sure you enable this particular option within the settings extension for the camera. Now, there's also a new toggle that was much needed for micro photography at the bottom of the screen here, auto micro. This allows the camera to not switch from the ultra wide to the telephoto while you're taking a micro photography. This is a toggle that I've been wanting because when I got really close to a subject, the camera will switch automatically and the subject would just move out of frame since the camera lenses are positioned differently. This is the option that you want to enable again on the iPhone 13 Pro and 13 Pro Max models if you want to take really nice, crisp, and have more control over your micro photography. That's something that you always want to make sure you enable for that. Now, another thing I usually recommend for everyone to do after they update to a major update, this case 15.1 is one of the biggest updates to iOS 15 as of right now. You want to head on over into settings, general, and then you want to go over into the about section. If there's any carrier updates, you'll see a pop-up on your screen for carrier updates. You want to, of course, update your carrier settings within the about section of your iPhone. Simply just go again into general, about, and you'll see a pop-up if you do have a carrier settings update, and you want to make sure you update those settings, of course, for better call quality and performance on the latest iOS. It is always good practice to, right after you update, head on over into the App Store to see if you have any app updates. Even if you have automatic app updates enabled, sometimes these do not pop up within the next 24 to 48 hours, so you want to make sure you have the latest updates at the moment of installing the OS. So opening up the App Store just to check if there's any updates available for your apps in case they're crashing or you're having compatibility issues. This always helps. There's minor hiccups and glitches within the software. I've noticed that the camera sometimes freezes when I launch the camera, or it won't work altogether. CarPlay compatibility issues, some apps may be crashing. Network performance issues as well, which I'll talk about in a later video. And of course, some users are also experiencing the bug that tells you that your storage is full when opening up the settings application, even though you still have storage left over. But those are, in my opinion, minor bugs. The more serious one is the network performance issues. As I mentioned, I'll talk about that in a later video. But that is pretty much everything I recommend. Those are the few options that I recommend you visit right after you update. A few things you need to do or should do after you update for the network performance in terms of the carrier settings and all that. I hope this video helps. Enjoy iOS 15.1. Again, this will be dropping on October the 25th, so a day after filming of this video. There's a ton of new features and changes which I'll be covering here soon. Again, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.